Okay, let's get into this. We've all been there, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
Standing in the wine aisle, just staring at this wall of bottles, completely overwhelmed.
So much choice.
Right. And you pick one up, see a low price, and you think, okay, is this actually any good?
Or is it just, cheap?
Exactly. Is it a headache waiting to happen? Finding a really decent bottle at the supermarket can feel, well, tricky.
They can feel like a bit of a gamble sometimes.
So our mission today is basically to give you a shortcut. We're doing a deep dive into supermarket wines, specifically looking at the best picks for 2025, according to the experts.
Mm-hmm.
We've pulled out the key insights, the stuff you really need to know from our sources, so you can walk into that aisle feeling confident.
Find some real gems without the guesswork.
Yeah, discover bottles that genuinely punch above their weight.
And, the timing for this is, well, it's pretty perfect.
Oh, yeah.
The wine selection in your local supermarket, it's never been better. Seriously. Yeah. There's been a real shift in quality and just the sheer variety available now.
It really feels like that. Like the whole wine world has kind of opened up a bit.
Definitely.
Especially with, social media. It's playing a huge part.
For sure. Things go viral.
Totally. Like that chicken wine, La Vieille Faire Rosé, right? Or Asda doing that cheeky take on Whispering Angel, calling it Screaming Devil.
Yeah.
And Aldi's orange wine for under a tenner. That was everywhere on TikTok. It just makes wine feel less stuffy, maybe.
Less intimidating, for sure. More approachable. But what's actually driving this change? Why are the supermarket shelves suddenly so much better?
See, that's the really interesting part. It's not just one thing.
Right.
Libby Brody, she's a wine consultant and columnist. We looked at that seat. She points out that we, the consumers, are just getting smarter about wine.
More knowledgeable.
Yeah, more savvy. You can look anything up on your phone, right, instantly.
True.
And she also mentioned that wine isn't just a couple of shelves anymore. It's a whole aisle now. People want variety, not just value.
Makes sense.
But here's the clincher. The supermarkets themselves have apparently wisely chosen to invest in their wine buyers and relationships with producers.
Okay. So it's strategic.
Seems like it. It's not just about stocking cheap pronk anymore. And Cindy Murdoch, sommelier, co-founder at Tosca, she backs this up, says now top wine buyers are working for supermarkets.
Right. And the competition between them.
Exactly. The competition is raising the standard of what ends up on the shelves. It's a win-win for us.
Absolutely. Better quality, often still at great prices.
So we're talking serious pros making these buying decisions, which directly impacts what we get to drink.
Mm-hmm.
And for the specific recommendations we're about to get into, we've drawn from a real mix of these experts, consultants, sommeliers, those TikTok influencers, wine critics.
A broad range of palates.
Yeah, they've done the hard work, tasted loads of bottles, and we're bringing you their top picks.
Let's start finding some treasures.
Okay, let's dive in. How about we start with some crisp whites? Those refreshing sips, perfect for almost any time. Sounds good. Where do we begin?
Well, if you like that really vibrant, zesty style, maybe like a good Sauvignon Blanc,
Yeah.
Katie strongly suggests the Altos de Torona Albarino. It's from Waitrose.
Albarino, okay, from Spain.
Exactly. This one's a 12.5% ABV, so pretty standard strength. But the flavor profile,
Yeah.
she describes it as zesty, yes, but also with a touch of apricot, lime, and even a salty edge.
Ooh, salty. Interesting.
Yeah, that salinity is quite typical for Albarino from Rías Baixas in Spain. Shows that coastal influence,
Right. Makes it good for summer then. Seafood.
Absolutely perfect for summer, especially with seafood, just like you said.
Nice. Okay, what else in the white category?
Well, sticking with refreshing, Cindy Murdoch was apparently really impressed by the M&S Found Lucido.
M&S Found. That's their range exploring lesser-known grapes.
That's the one. This is from Sicily, also 12.5% ABV.
Yeah.
And the price, she said it blew her away at just £8.
£8. Wow. Okay. What's it like?
She describes it as saline and sea-driven, so maybe a bit like the Albarino in that sense, but also with an eclectic and complex nuttiness, which sounds intriguing.
Nutty, but still fresh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She says it still feels fresh and vibrant. So not a heavy nuttiness, maybe more like almonds. It adds a layer, makes it versatile, good with cheese, veggies, fish.
Sounds like a great find from M&S, especially for that price, really showing off its Sicilian roots.
Definitely. Okay, now for something maybe a little different. Vinho Verde.
Yes. Portuguese green wine, light, bit fizzy sometimes.
You got it. Often quite low in alcohol, too. Katie Brooke highlights the LB7 Vinho Verde. It's only 10% ABV.
Oh, nice and light.
Yeah. She calls it aromatic, zesty, and has a tiny spritz, too. Basically, possibly one of the most refreshing wines on a warm day.
Can definitely see the appeal there.
And speaking of Vino Verde fans, Lucy Hitchcock, from @partner and wineuk on social media.
Oh, yeah, her account's huge.
Whoa, she's apparently obsessed with it. She specifically flags the Morrisons, the best Vino Verde.
Morrison's own brand. Okay.
Also 10% ABV. She loves that subtle spritz, calls it super refreshing, and talks about lime and pear flavors.
So if you're after something really light and zesty for like a sunny lunch,
Vino Verde seems to be the way to go right now, and the supermarket versions sound like great examples.
cool. Okay, that covers some interesting whites. Shall we move on to rosé? It's always popular.
Absolutely. A summer essential for many. Lucy Hitchcock has a couple of interesting picks here. First, the Waitrose Loved and Found Moscafeller Rosé.
Another loved and found, Moscafilero. That's Greek, isn't it?
Spot on. It's a dry Greek rosé. She suggests if you like Provence rosé, but fancy trying something a little different.
Okay, stepping outside the comfort zone a bit.
Just a bit. She says it has a fragrant, zesty twist. Think citrus, peach, cherry, even a hint of rose. And it's under a tenner, 12.5% ABV. Good food wine, too, apparently.
Why food-friendly? That zestiness.
Yeah, that zest and the dryness mean it can cut through richer foods, but also complement lighter stuff without getting lost. Versatile.
Makes sense. What's her other pick? More traditional, maybe?
A bit more classic Provence style.
Yeah.
The La Balcone Organic Provence Rosé from M&S.
M&S again. Okay.
She calls this the perfect sunshine sipper.
Hmm.
It's an elegant blend of 7 grapes described as silky smooth with raspberry, peach, citrus, and a hint of rosemary.
Rosemary. Interesting touch.
Yeah, it's a little herbal note, I guess. She reckons if you're looking for a solid Whispering Angel alternative.
Which is kind of the benchmark, price aside.
Right. Then this 12.5% ABV bottle is the one to try. Gives you that pale, delicate Provence style.
Good tip. Always useful to have a reliable alternative.
Definitely. And then for something really trendy, Libby Brody points to Aldi's Rose Orange Rosé.
Rose orange, like rosé meets orange wine.
Exactly. Libby calls it the love child of popular rosé and trendy orange wine.
Ah, I like that.
She says it's complex yet quaffable and a guaranteed crowd pleaser. Apparently this new style is really taking off this summer, partly thanks to TikTok again.
Aldi jumping on the trend then. 13% ABV, you said?
Yep, from France. It just shows how quick supermarkets are to pick up on what's new and exciting.
Very cool. Okay, whites, rosés. How about some bubbles?
Yes. Sparkling wine, always needed for celebrations, or just because...
It's Tuesday.
Why not? Libby Brody has a go-to recommendation here. Aldi Veuve Monsigny Champagne Brut.
Aldi's champagne. I've heard good things.
Libby swears by it. Says she's been serving it for years, even at her own parties, because it always hugely outperforms its 15-pound price point.
15 quid for actual champagne. That's impressive.
And it's not just her saying it. It's won awards Best Champagne at the World Champagne Awards, apparently. 12.5% ABV from France, obviously.
Wow. Okay. Duly noted. A genuine award winner at that price.
But what if you want bubbles, but maybe not champagne prices, even Aldi's?
Good question. Alternative.
Katie Brooke recommends looking at Cava, specifically the Cadorniu Grand Cremant Isgo Vintage Brut from Co-op.
Cava, right. Spanish sparkling.
Exactly. And the key thing she highlights is that Cava, good Cava anyway, offers exceptional value because it's made using the same method as champagne.
The traditional method. Second fermentation in the bottle.
That's the one. Gives it those fine bubbles, that complexity. This one's 11.5% ABV, and she describes it as rich, creamy, and delicious. Perfect for celebrating without the champagne spend.
Rich and creamy sounds good. Another great value tip.
And Libby Brody has another alternative too, this time from France, but not champagne. The Waitrose Cave de Luni Cremant de Bourgogne.
Cremant. Right. Made like champagne, but outside the Champagne region. Burgundy this time.
Exactly. Libby says it's as close to champagne as you can get.
Yeah.
Same method, same main grape often. Chardonnay, just different region.
What was it like?
Fresh, flavorful with a creamy effervescence. Also, 11.5% ABV. And she gives a slightly unusual pairing suggestion.
Oh, yeah.
Says it's heaven with a baked camembert.
Ooh, okay. Bubbles and baked cheese, I can get behind that. Shows how good Cremant can be.
Definitely. And finally, for something really special and maybe a bit closer to home for UK listeners.
English sparkling.
You know it. Sinead Murdoch recommends the Oxney Organic Estate Brut Rosé NV from Waitrose.
An English rosé fizz.
Nice.
From Sussex.
12% ABV. She praises its real energy. Talks about racy lemon and green apple skin, but balanced with raspberries and strawberries.
Sounds crisp but fruity.
Yeah, she says it has a classic English countryside orchard feeling.
Hmm.
You know, crisp apples, fresh berries.
I get the picture.
Yeah.
Lovely. And when would you drink it?
She suggests it as a summer barbecue aperitif, which really shows how English sparkling is competing globally now.
Fantastic. Okay, so we've done whites, rosés, bubbles. What about reds? Or anything else unusual?
Good transition.
Yeah.
Let's look at a unique red and then dip into that orange wine trend properly.
Perfect.
For barbecue season, Katie Brooke has a specific red recommendation. The Vizio Vintners We the People Cape Blend, 75 centiliters, again from Waitrose.
Cape Blend, South African.
That's right, 13% ABV. It's predominantly Pinot Rouge, which is South Africa's kind of signature grape. Apparently, this style of blend is a staple at South African barbecues, or braais.
Okay, so what's it like? Big and bold.
She describes it as smooth, fruity, and a little smoky, which sounds ideal for grilled food. And she has a great tip. Pop it in the fridge for 20 minutes before serving.
Chilling a red. Interesting.
Yeah, especially fruit-forward reds in warmer weather. Just takes the edge off, makes it even more refreshing alongside grilled lamb, burgers, charred veggies.
Good tip. Worth trying. Okay, now, orange wine. We mentioned the Aldi rose orange, but what about a proper orange wine?
Right. If you're curious but maybe a bit hesitant, Sinead Murdoch suggests the Gerard Bertrand Jr. orange wine from Aldi as a fantastic introduction.
Gerard Bertrand, big
Yeah.
name from the south of France. And this is at Aldi.
Yep, 12.5% ABV. It's a blend. Chardonnay, Roussanne, Viognier, Grenache Blanc. And just to clarify for anyone wondering,
It's not made from oranges.
correct. It's white grapes, but the juice hangs out with the skins for a while, unlike normal white wine.
Maceration, right, gives it the color and some tannin.
Exactly. That skin contact gives it the color, texture, and a different flavor profile. This one apparently has a lightly spiced citrusy character with a bright tangerine hum.
Tangerine hum, I like that description. Sounds aromatic.
Yeah, aromatic, textured, good on its own, she says, or pair it with grilled pork or fish. It's a style that really pushes boundaries.
Definitely something different to explore. Okay, wow, we've covered a lot of ground. Some really fascinating recommendations there.
We have, from zesty whites to intriguing orange wines.
So after this whole tour, what's the big picture? What should you take away for your next supermarket trip?
I think the main takeaway is crystal clear.
Yeah.
The quality and the value you can find in supermarket wines right now is just exceptional. It's never been better.
So much choice, and good choice, too.
Exactly. You've got this huge range of really interesting, well-made wines for all sorts of tastes, occasions, budgets, those crisp whites, the versatile rosés, award-winning fizz, even unique stuff like orange wine.
Right there in your local shop.
Right there. And things like those viral wines we mentioned, alongside these expert picks, they just prove it, don't they? Great taste doesn't have to mean a huge price tag anymore.
It seems to be about smart sourcing by the supermarkets and, well, us being more informed shoppers, too.
It's a combination, I think. Savvy consumers meeting dedicated buyers.
So hopefully this deep dive has given you a bit of a map, a guide to making choices in that wine aisle that feel less overwhelming.
Save you some time, maybe help you find a new favorite.
Yeah, exactly. So our advice is use this knowledge. Go explore. Be confident trying a grape you haven't heard of, or that cava instead of champagne, or maybe even...
That baked camembert pairing.
Maybe. Experiment a bit.
And just a final thought to leave you with.
Go on.
With all these experts finding such great quality and value on supermarket shelves, what does that really tell us about price versus pleasure when it comes to wine?
Good question. Does a bigger price tag always mean a better experience?
Maybe not always. How might trying some of these accessible recommended bottles change your definition of what makes a good wine?
Something to ponder next time you're faced with that wall of bottles.